Hello everyone, welcome to your daily card reading for the 16th of July 2014. And I'm going to draw one Gillian Kemp and 4 chicken cards as usual and see where we go from there. Okay. We get the laurel tree, which is victory. There is no crowning glory of achievement without first being victorious over inner conflict. And I'm going to draw another card. I don't know why, I just feel like drawing another one. Okay. And we have insight. The mulberry tree. And it says, undermining influences destroy themselves by destroying their hosts. Good times and good fortune now return. So, interesting. They both have the same message. Okay. So, basically it's about, the negative influences and the problems that we're going through are coming to an end, and we'll be victorious in our own lives and in ourselves. So that's a good message. And then I'm going to draw 4 cards from the chickens. Okay, we get Mundi. Axis Mundi, the axis on which the world turns, the way a person can travel to the upper and lower realms of human consciousness and the consciousness of life, really, going to, extraterrestrial beings and going to earthly beings and all the different beings that could possibly exist, being connected to all those and being able to access all those. And then it's also he also represents what kind of like the way life revolves around strong leaders and a good person that has a lot of integrity, that really defines people in relationship to them, because they're so solid and strong and true in themselves that any person with a problem ends up having to deal with their problem as their own, not as part of this person. And we have Amida again, so we have been getting her a lot. And again, she is forgiveness or protection. And yesterday she came up with conversation, so maybe we need clarity on, and sometimes people can just turn around. I've had so many, it's interesting, if the problem is not really within the person, it's like just a simple little switch and things get fixed. Oh, I have a visitor, 1 minute. Okay, we have Little Spirit Angel, which we haven't gotten her in a long time. And this is about making a decision and really, maybe we have made a decision and we don't know when to take action, or we haven't made a decision, or we've made a decision and we're going to change our mind. So either we're basically either looking for information for taking action, or looking for information to change our mind, really. So just let everything kind of speak to you. We had the communication yesterday, and I think we had that Sinky come up, which is pay attention to synchronicities for, the universe bringing you messages. But and then we have ha 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 at the end. And he represents getting over something very chronic, chronic condition of stress or anxiety. Like really, it could be a life situation, one certain life situation that has been going on for a long time that you get out of and get over. Or it could just be kind of recurring things that are always happening, and you kind of somehow get a break from it and get over it, or get some distance from it to get over it. And sometimes these things continue to happen, but we find new ways to deal with them or approach them or to take them, like where we find a way to not allow it to bother us or affect us, where we have kind of the power over the situation rather than having a situation overpower us, So this is really kind of like shifting our relationship to a problem that may not go away, in the immediate future, but you're over it. And actually, when we get over it, we can start working on it. We can't work on it when we're in it, when we're emotional about it or overwhelmed by it. We really need to get rid of all of the emotions. And, that's what Amida is talking about, too. This is like, okay, you're upset, you're emotional. You got to get rid of those emotions. You need to understand them. And really come to peace with your relationships to other people, and come to peace with the way circumstances are. And then from that point, you can work with a focus and a sense of calm and focus that really can actually turn around and change the circumstances. In fact, this video I'm about to do is really, lifelong problems for me that I'm really over, and I'm excited to put this stuff out there because actually it's going to start solving the problem. It's going to start helping with all of this. But I had to get over it first to be able to talk about it, to really work with people on it, So it's like you got to come out of that stress, and then you can really apply your knowledge and speak to people about the situation from a very a very understandable way, where you can communicate the situation and your position and other people's position in a way that people can hear you and understand. So yeah, actually it's funny because then we do not only get over the problem ourselves, but we begin to solve the problem, by addressing it in a proper way. So, Little Spirit is an action card, and so there's something that we need to take action on or do, but we really need to be out of that place of stress, or a lot of times other people will be in a situation, and we need to be calm for them and not let them affect us, Like, if someone is in a traumatized state and they're not really able to, talk about it or work with it, for you to stay calm and kind of be above it and beyond it, where you are able to, talk about it and approach it and work with it, So sometimes it's not us who's in a chronic state of stress. It's somebody else, but often we'll take it on, and we can't really work with people when we're matching it or feeling it. So is really just, at least no matter what, we can get our own grounding and our own fresh breath of air, and release any emotional charges about anything, and really just calmly, in a focused way, relate to people about the truth of circumstances for them or you or anybody. So okay, looking at all of these together, as I said, this is really about kind of being calm and centered in your own self, where you're victorious over all of your emotions, and about victorious over other people's emotional conditions. So it's something internal, but then there's also something external, where you just have to have trust and faith that you are stronger than negative influences around you. And that's what this is saying, but that's what Mundi's all about. Mundi is the eye of the storm, so everything circles around Mundi, and maybe it's 100 people doing the same thing or saying the same thing, but if you find that place of calm, and you really are okay with everybody, and and your relationships with everybody, then you can really work with this chronic stress stuff, and make right decisions and right timing, like really clear headed. And Mundi also has to do with being the example for people, but really being able to match people or greet people and who they are, and then come out of it. So I was talking about that, like when somebody is really doing something direct to you in the moment, you need to be able to relate to exactly what they're doing, and kind of match them in a way where you don't have to do exactly what they're doing, but show them that by matching their behavior in some way, not to the extreme degree that they're acting it out, but on some level you kind of match it. So like for example, if somebody comes screaming and yelling at you, you would raise your voice a little bit, to speak to them. That means you're greeting them, you're meeting them, you're identifying with them, but you don't stay in that. Then you want to come down again and relate to them without the emotion, without the connection to that drama. So the fact that Mundi is able to go to these different levels in these different worlds, he can travel into the animal world or the plant world or the fairies or the gnomes or whatever, and then he can also travel up to the universe and with the aliens or whatever else, whatever dimensions in the sky, and able to know those things and experience them momentarily, and then come back to self, come back to middle. So sometimes if in a direct attack you want to do a minor form of what they're doing. So I hope that made sense. That it's a very good tactic. Another example. If someone's giving you like this evil eye and they keep giving it to you, you don't want to look at them while they're looking at you. You want to kind of contemplate it. Keep watching them out of the corner of your eye. Glance a second, see they're still looking. Okay. And then when they're not looking at you anymore, when they break for a minute, then start looking at them. And then when they look at you, you give them the eye, like saying, I see you're doing this. And you can give them the eye like, what? Or, you can give them the eye like, stop. And even though you didn't do what they did with the intention that they did it, and they did it prolonged and they had a different intention or whatever, you match it for a second, like you wait for your moment and you match it for a second, and they cower. They're like, oh, sometimes I wonder if they don't even know that you are aware, but it's like, okay, I see you looking at me, I see you, so it's like a momentary matching, where you're not sitting there staring at them like they did, but you give them a moment's look to let them know you are aware of this. You meet them for a second, so I've done that. I know this is weird. I've had people do that to me before, do this like scary, like I'm gonna kill you stare, and that's what I did, and they quickly looked away. They're just like so, it works. I don't know. And that was the end of that. So okay, but again, we stay center, and we really, it's not about, we really don't want to be matching these people at all in our normal day-to-day life. But if you have to, if you're under an attack or something, then you just do it just for a second, and then come back to center, come back to the eye of the storm, come back to the middle pole, the central axis, come back to your own heart and your own personal space that has absolutely nothing to do with that stuff, So you just shed it, let it go. It's not meant to be in your life. It's not a part of your life, but it greeted you, and you greeted it back, So anyway, I mean, the reading here is talking about stuff around us, undermining influences destroy themselves. Stuff around us that is negative, but it's falling away, and that we in the middle are really strong and balanced and healthy and centered to be able to deal with everything properly. And in our dealings, the victory is, helping either ourselves or other people get over chronic stress. And knowing how to make those right decisions in the moment to really set ourselves free or set other people free, and finding the right distance to everybody, and finding the relationships that truly serve your heart and soul and life path, and the ones that do not. The ones that need a different learning experience and different relations in their life for their needs. So anyway, I hope this was insightful for you, like the mulberry tree, and I have confidence everyone will be victorious in their life. So good luck to everyone, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks a lot.